And now, from the Career Tech Studios in Stillwater, here's your host, Rob McClendon.
When a 4.7 earthquake on the Richter scale rumbled through the Sooner State, it may have taken most Oklahomans by surprise, but not the University of Oklahoma scientists working to better prepare our infrastructure for our shifting soil. Today, we begin with a look at the earth below us and those who spend their lives studying it. And we begin in Miami, Oklahoma, to look at work to build a better bridge. Here's our Courtney Dehoff.
A small group of engineers have been simulating 7.5 to 8.0 earthquakes to learn how to improve bridge building in earthquake-prone parts of the country. We were there as the shaking began. Researchers are shaking things up in Oklahoma and simulating earthquakes to learn how to improve bridge building in quake-prone areas.
Well, that was still fairly wet.
The University of Oklahoma's Gerald Miller says they're simulating earthquakes in Oklahoma to help engineers worldwide.
This site happens to be ideal, mainly because of the soil profile that exists here. The project involves looking at behavior of piles and soft clay, and then soft clay that's been strengthened with cement. Turns out that the thickness of the soft clay profile here is perfect for our project.
The site, located on the banks of the Neosho River, contains soil much like that of San Francisco and other earthquake-prone parts of the country. And Sri Sridharan, one of the project's leaders, says with just the slightest of movement, researchers can estimate what an actual earthquake could do.
So what we just did was we enforced a series of pulses that can be representative of earthquake loads on the pile, and then evaluated how well the pile performs. So in this particular case, our goal was to improve the soft ground surrounding the pile and thereby improving the foundation behavior.
The pipes are representative of the pipes used to support bridges and buildings. Sridharan hopes by studying them after an earthquake is simulated, they can learn to improve soil and prevent the amount of damage when an actual earthquake hits.
Actually, we injected cement grout into the soil and built 9 columns surrounding the pile and thereby improve the surrounding soil, and that helped us to improve the foundation of the pile, foundation soil of the pile.
That cement soil mixture can then be introduced into new and existing structures in quake-prone areas. And Aru Arumali, an engineer for the project, says the new soil mixture will strengthen clay and help reduce costs.
Trying to minimize the cost of the foundation. So when you just build the piles foundation without any improvement, potentially you may be paying a lot of money. So there is room to optimize and minimize the overall cost by improving the ground around the piles and making those piles smaller.
And it will also minimize cost above ground by improving the way bridges are built so they can continue to stand tall in earthquake-prone areas. The 4-year, $1.2 million earthquake simulation project introduced the cement soil mixture that can be added into new and existing structures to decrease damage after quakes. Costs for the mixture on a typical Oklahoma bridge are between $150,000 to $200,000.
Well, a little coincidence led to an ironic twist to this story. While the OU scientists were in Miami conducting their experiment, one of the strongest earthquakes recorded in Oklahoma history struck just 9 miles southeast of campus back in Norman.